The piss out this nigga. Everybody be watching my shit. I'm the only nigga playing. This bitch ass nigga.
Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Bill Stadium here at Orchard Park. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup.
I hate this
between the Pittsburgh
snow shit, son.
Buffalo Bills. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And we will not see him back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
What a string tab at, huh? I ain't had nobody. I ain't gotta worry about getting burned. I'm about to blitz all game, bro.
How's that?
Cause there's a blizzard, everybody's slow. Thank God for that dollar tackle.
They worked this to the 29, a gain of 4. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They hand this off to Harris. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he'll tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised.
That shit wide open.
Woo! I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
Oh my God.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
What's up, bro? I don't want that thing. I don't want it. Not right now,
Shotgun now for Wentz. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. Yeah, he's got to be
not right now. Later, okay?
Before he takes it inside the 40. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part
when you go in the game,
take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone,
so that's what my shit be doing all the time.
it's a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now.
Boo cool my shit not in there.
Early in the down and distance
I don't know how it is for you, but I'm talking about not just plays, whole formations not in there. And I deleted so much shit, so I don't get that shit. I don't know what that shit gotta add them bitches to your favorites. Stop.
Working from the gun, Wentz. They're going to get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. That's a staple of this offense. Drag routes to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Go throw it away.
I have to write down everything that could be deleted.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Now Wentz. That's swung out wide to Harris.
That's right there, son.
The Steelers' first down is this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. On first down, Wentz. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers will strike first here, this wild card matchup.
Well,
first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
God damn, what a run this puts up.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid running there. And CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On the handoff, this is
block. Get the fuck out the way and go block.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders in the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now the Iowa State product is Kene Nwangwu. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 short of the 30.
Right.
Not Jazz playing.
I am fine.
Jazz playing a whole another games, huh? Wow.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Hey, then you say you're playing
the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense with 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The throw over the middle, taken in, and he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 2nd quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Nwangwu. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They'll try
Oh my
again.
God.
Try to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Breida.
Then
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Matt Breida taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. Pushing through the contact and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, we have seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact run, and this guy would certainly fit that bill, as that was one heck of a run there.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Going deep for Diggs.
Oh, that nigga dropped it.
Incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's gonna drop the ball.
Here's Allen to throw it. He's going to take another shot here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he's taken down inside the 30. 121 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. On the ground, it's Harris. Bulldozes past him, and they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. A run with Harris out of the shotgun, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays. And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
On first down, here's Breida. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
God damn, Troy.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's McKenzie. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab. And the Bills draw a bit closer. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Ray McCloud to return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
He gets it complete to Harris. And he goes out right around the 39.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Wentz now on first down. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Wentz. A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Takes it at the 7. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Kene Nwangu. He will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter. And boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. To throw is Wentz. Got an open man. It's McLeod. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points. Boswell good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Now, that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means a free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On second down, it's Harris. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Now Wentz. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now up to 14.
Bills 21. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Allen going to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big gain there for the Bills. So on 4th down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
2nd and 5. Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Handoff here to Nwangu. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Steelers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Wentz into the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Oh, he bowls over him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
1st down, and they go back to Harris. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They fake the give. Now Wentz. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 19.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover, because one more score, and this game's over.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now Wentz. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. They run again with Harris. Fights loose. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Steelers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big.